And we are going to get my screen shared. And we are going to get started here. Okay. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can see my slide? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So here's the thing, is just what you guys are describing. I've been hearing so many people that are at home and really feeling like they are super behind their goals. So from the beginning of this quarantine time, I believe that this can be a time for us to pause normal life, to reprioritize and prosper. So if you don't know me, my name is Denise Jelinek. I'm a wife, I'm a mom of 2 boys, and I've been a trainer at Body Tech for 15 years, but I've been in the fitness industry for nearly 25. So I always thought the shred or this quarantine time would be, let's just pause and regather ourselves and come out stronger. But the thing is that I keep hearing people saying that they're getting behind and behind and behind on their goals. So that really brings me to this concept of this quarantine shred. So it brings me to the SHRED10. Now, I've been running these groups monthly for years. Probably 4 years now. And it's part of the education that I do with a company called Juice Plus. So it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle program. But the difference between just common sense and this program is all of the free support that you get. There's a lot of free support. There's some optional products that you can have that support you as well. But there's those 10 guidelines that you can just really lock arms with. And it's 10 days. And I really see a lot of people just propel themselves forward. So given that it's the quarantine, and I hear people getting behind their goals, I asked Steve, hey, let me just run this at Body Tech? And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do this. So before I get into the details of the program, I want to discuss why in the world you would need to do this in the first place. You know why you want to do it. But in general, you guys know that being healthy used to be super simple. It used to be we just like drink from the hose, we live this healthy lifestyle, and that's just not the case anymore. We are exchanging all of that, running outside and playing for social media. We're so exhausted by the end of the day. There's so much stress in our lives. It just today looks so darn simple, or so much more challenging. And so how are you taking care of yourself? I mean, really taking care of yourself. How are you doing with eating real food? Not something from a box or package. Exercise. Finding something that you love and doing it. And I know during this quarantine, it was easy when we had the gym, but now that we don't, it gets a lot more challenging. How about your water? We should strive for half of our body weight in ounces per day. How are you with getting enough sleep? If anything, this quarantine is really helping me get the more sleep that I need. Now, some people might find that it's reducing their stress, and some people might find that it's increasing it. During sleep is when our body does all kinds of amazing things. It detoxifies, it repairs, our hormones are able to do their thing and get balanced. So we're just so sleep deprived as a society now, and we really think that it's, a badge of honor. But of all of the lifestyle changes that you can make, the one that's most proven to make the biggest impact on your health is to consume a diet not out of boxes and bags, raw fruits and veggies. And over 4,000 studies show that making that one simple change makes it a profound impact on your health. Okay, here's what's happening. There's 2 very startling trends in the world. Number one, there are environmental toxins everywhere. And wouldn't you agree that we're living in a chemical world? And if you look at these toxins, I mean, here's the thing, is that you know what's happening out there in the environment right now because you see it in the media. These are the ones that you aren't going to hear about that are still all around us. And how about our food quality? Preservatives, flavor enhancers, emulsifiers. I mean, that actually 90% of the food that's in our grocery store wasn't there 100 years ago. Isn't that bananas? So here's what happens when we try to do traditional diet and exercise. Okay, so if you look at this top screen, what tends to happen is we have a whole bunch of impurities and toxins in our body. Now, the beautiful thing is I hope you can see my mouse. So when you're here, The awesome part is that you have a whole bunch of impurities, and they're very damaging to your internal organs. So what your body very smartly does is enrobe those toxins in water and fat to protect your vital organs. Now, often what happens when we try to diet and exercise is just to burn fat, and instead of getting rid of the toxins, we just sort of burn the fat around them, but they're still released into the body. So we just kind of become these toxic little beings that essentially pretty soon our body says, wait a second, those toxins are still there, and again enrobes them in the water and fat. You know, a lot of times I've heard people say we're as fat as we need to be protected from the toxins that we have. The SHRED10 is a little different. So what we're going to do instead of just diet and over exercise is really cleanse the body, and it's such a natural process. So the stored fat that is around those toxins is actually cleansed out, and the body gets the nutrients it needs. So what we start to do is to support the liver, so the liver can actually detox our cells, and all of those impurities come out of our stool and out of our urine, and we also shed the fat then too, and overall we become less toxic, and we have less need for that protective fat. So we have a better overall health, less fat, more muscle, and then we don't have that risk of gaining that 5 to 10 pounds back. Now, this isn't like a get skinny program, but it is a jumpstart to new healthy habits. So with all of those toxins in the world, I wanted to show you guys this slide. A lot of people are interested in growing their own food, and this is a really fun product that we do have with Juice Plus, and it's called the Tower Garden. And what it does is it's a vertical aeroponic growing system. It uses 30% less, 90% less water, just a buttload of less space. But the point is that you can grow your own food with those lights in your own kitchen in Chicago right now. And not only does it grow 30% faster than in the ground, but you get 30% more yield. So I think that was super fun to show you guys. Okay, so this is something that's super important for you to understand, is that there's this concept of oxidative stress. And let me just give you this imagery. You've all taken an apple and cut it in half, and what happens to the apple? It browns, it ages, unless of course, and that's the same thing that's happening inside our body when we're exercising even, or when we're under stress, our body starts to age and the cells become damaged. Now, you guys know what you can do with lemon juice, right? When you put it on that apple, it protects those cells and they stay vibrant. And that's the same darn thing that fruits and vegetables do inside your body. Wrinkles are just another example of an outside appearance of oxidative stress. We really need all of those fruits and veggies so that our skin and our cells stay so vibrant. Your best defense against oxidants, which ages you, are antioxidants, and those are found in fruits and veggies. Now, what's interesting is that about 70% of Americans know that they need more nutrients, right? So what they'll start to do is to turn to a vitamin supplement. And what's interesting about that is that if you look at this vitamin label, most vitamins have, like 30 isolated nutrients in them. But if you look at how nature created food, all of those tiny, tiny print there, those are the first 400 nutrients of the 10,000 that are found in an apple. Isn't that amazing? So Mother Nature just knows how to take care of our body. So it's 30 versus 10,000 nutrients. So that brings me to the first guideline of our SHRED, and that is to eat more plant foods. This is not a vegan thing. This is just to eat more whole foods. So that's our very first guideline. Now, one aspect and the one thing that can really support you with that is something called Juice Plus. I told you I do this education with Juice Plus, and Juice Plus, I'll use my little mouse here, is 30 vine ripened fruits and vegetables put in capsules. That's all it is. It's very unique because it is just food. In Illinois, we have a 3% food tax and we have a 10% supplement tax. It is not a supplement. It just is food, dehydrated fruits and vegetables. I want to tell you a little bit about my Juice Plus story. I heard about Juice Plus, stop laughing. I heard about Juice Plus when I was a very concerned newlywed. I've been married 16 years, so I heard about it 14 years ago, and it started with this guy. So this is my husband, and I didn't need Juice Plus, but I'll tell you, I was super concerned about my husband. And the truth is that the only reason why I started Juice Plus is because I knew about everything I'm going to tell you guys, and I couldn't pretend that I didn't know it. I had no good reason not to start. Well, fast forward, Juice Plus found me before I knew I even needed it. And you'll see that this little monkey, this is my second son that we adopted from Russia, and this is my little guy, Max. He was 21 pounds at 18 months. So he was malnourished. And, you know, my husband and I had been on Juice Plus over 7 years at that point. And when I heard that he was malnourished, I just, you know, it stunts and it like, kills a mother's heart. But I thought, well, I know what to do, right? I would open those capsules and I would put him inside his you know, applesauce or yogurt or, you know, peanut butter and jelly or ketchup on a hot dog, anything that little kid could eat. I would just douse his body with those nutrients. Well, there he was about 3 months after, just growing like a weed. And here are my boys today. They're 10 and 13. And I'm going to tell you, you know, we really prioritize health in our house, but we still eat those same fruits and vegetables over and over, the same probably 6 to 10. And I just don't get that breadth of nutrients. And like I said, we care about nutrients in our house, but my boys get maybe a fruit in the morning, maybe something for lunch and a salad at dinner. What's that, 4 or 5? And if you look at the size of your fist, look at your fist, we should be getting 7 to 13 every day. And at the size of a serving is the size of your fist. So big people, big fist, little people, little fist. You know, another part of the shred, again, I've told you guys, the shred is totally optional. Every single guideline is optional, but one of the other ways that you can get supported is with the complete shakes. They're low glycemic, which stabilize your blood sugar. They're vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, plant. It's a plant protein, and it has an awesome prebiotic. And prebiotic are the things that feed the good bacteria in your gut. So once you do that, and if you took the Juice Plus capsules, but we also do make it chewable, and the complete, you have 45 plant nutrients running through your body every single day. Oh, and we even have a cookbook that has it is probably over 100 recipes that you can make with the complete, not only smoothies, but overnight oats, protein pancakes, shred approved desserts, hot chocolate, little balls, and that comes all to you. That's another free resource that you have. I do want to let you know that there's one other thing that Juice Plus makes, and that's an omega blend. You know, omega fatty acids support a broad array of health benefits, especially the heart, the brain, the joints, the skin, and eyes. And so this is 100% plant-based. So that means that we skip the fish and go right to the algae. In fact, fish don't make omegas. They eat the omegas from the algae. And oh my gosh, omegas are fantastic for mental clarity. Holy cow. So they're 100% vegan, so no fishy burps at all. A couple more things about Juice Plus, and then we're going to get into the definite, all the guidelines with the shred. I want to let you know that Juice Plus is totally unique. For example, I told you it's a food label. It is taxed as food because it is just food. If you turn it over, it doesn't say supplement facts, it says nutrition facts. It's full of phytonutrients, it's non-GMO, dairy-free, and gluten-free. But the other thing you need to know is that it is NSF certified. NSF is a company that makes sure that what the product says is in the label is actually inside the actual product. So you can be assured that there are no banned substances. So our Olympians that take Juice Plus or other athletes don't have to worry about testing positive for anything negative. And there's also 35 published clinical studies. And this is where the studies are being done. And this is why Juice Plus, that's why I even take Juice Plus and added it to my family's diet. MD Anderson Cancer Institute, University of Arizona, Wake Forest School of Medicine, University of Texas. So these are the University of Maryland medical centers, numerous children clinics. So Juice Plus does all of the research on the blood. We don't do it. We do it on humans, not on rats. We've done it on children. So Juice Plus is safe, birth to grave, pregnant women, nursing moms. And this is what the research says. So when I take these nutrients, which, you know, if we could just get them from food, we could get the same darn thing, but who really eats that many fruits and vegetables? It improves cardiovascular wellness, supports the immune system, improves gum tissue, reduces that oxidative stress that's responsible for aging. It reduces inflammation, protects our DNA, and healthier skin. And I have to tell you, and I won't even go into all of this, what it does for the immune system is amazing. It's even been shown to decrease body composition and improve insulin resistance. I'm not getting into any of that right now. You can ask me more and I'll share with you all of that clinical published research. You should know that kids don't eat fur. Kids eat free. So any adult that's on Juice Plus has the opportunity to sponsor a child for free and get all kids between the ages of 4 and 18 and all full-time college students get their Juice Plus free for 4 years. Okay, so now what's really awesome is that we do know Juice Plus is one of the simplest ways that you can really make a huge impact on your health. But sometimes people say, I'm ready for more. And that's why you guys are here tonight, because you're ready for more. So you're ready for that lifestyle program that's going to shred the toxins and the habits that aren't serving you and add things that are. So here are our guidelines. Number one, we're going to eat more plant foods. And ideally, you would start with the Juice Plus capsules as well. But if not, just eat more plant food. You're also going to have 1 to 2 complete shakes daily. Again, I told you all of these are totally optional. I'm just telling you the program that I've run in the past, and you can decide what's best for you. You want to drink plenty of water, and that's half of your body weight in ounces. Okay, and this is where you really want to take those deep breaths, 10 deep breaths a day, and get 7 to 8 hours of sleep daily. I want to tell you, before I started shredding, I was about 5 hours a day. And when I started doing this, it really helped me kick in that I need sleep. I mean, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I was 29 when I started taking Juice Plus. I'm 43 now. You know, I mean, the point is that we can't live on youth. And then exercise most days. This is also the program that got me working out. I'm going to tell you, I'm a personal trainer, but there's been times I've just been in ruts myself. And every time I do the shred, it reboosts me. So the cool part is, guys, is that you're going to have the accountability. We've got this entire group doing this. All right, so that's what you're going to add. After that, you're going to reduce or eliminate. This is kind of, you decide what's going to work best for you. Caffeine and alcohol. I'm a girl that can't give up caffeine. But if you feel called to do that, then it's a good idea to maybe reduce it or eliminate it. Now, number 7 is eating after 6 p.m. Let's talk a little bit about that. Ideally, you would have 10 to 12 to even 14 hours between dinner and your breakfast. So if you have breakfast at 7 a.m., you want to make sure that you eat your dinner before 7 p.m. So this whole like 6 p.m. thing is really flexible, and I'll work individually with each person doing this to find what's best for you. We know that intermittent fasting is just a really great key to helping reset and revitalize and rejuvenate your body. Now listen, if you have any kids that are doing this, or somebody who's pregnant, or a night shift worker, or an athlete, we kind of don't really subscribe to that, because kids need to eat, pregnant women need to eat, athletes need to eat. Okay, you're also going to reduce or eliminate processed foods. Now, we're getting a little more strict now. 9 and 10 are where you're going to get the most benefit. Eliminating gluten, dairy, and your artificial and refined sugars. And so before we got on this call, somebody mentioned that they needed to give up the sugar. It's 10 days. And this is where you're really going to see the inflammation decrease. Your body will release those toxins. You might even start to get some withdrawal symptoms. But I need to take a drink. But that's where you're really going to get a huge benefit. All right. So one of the things that is really awesome about this is to make this more simple for people. is to incorporate the Juice Plus Complete shakes, even if that's one of the only things that you do, because it's one of those no-brainer breakfasts. You can use it, you know, for a lunch, you can use it for a dinner. I always say, so we recommend 1 to 2 a day. I usually recommend breakfast, and then that afternoon where you're like feeling like you're gonna fall over, do it as an afternoon snack or even a late night snack. So it's an easy, oh my gosh, and they're so delicious, to replace your more vulnerable times with something that tastes desserty and sugary, because I think it'll really help curb your sugar cravings. And here's the thing, is that we talk a lot about willpower. I want you to look at what happens. See, typically what happens when we eat a high sugar meal is that big blue line is that our blood sugar goes up really high and then crashes down. So it leaves us fatigued, it leaves us tired, and it leaves us with more cravings. Well, instead, we can have willpower if we make our food work for us and we just eat low glycemic foods, which are, you know, our fruits, our veggies, our whole grains like quinoa and brown rice. And the Juice Plus Complete has even been tested for glycemic index, and it is a low glycemic food. It enters our bloodstream slowly. So the more you subscribe and follow these guidelines, the faster you will get to these results. And these are what people are seeing. They're craving more fruits and vegetables, which, side note, means craving less sugar. They have a healthier weight, better recovery from their workouts, improved sleep, increased energy, which so many people are wanting now, healthier hair, nail, and skin, improved regularity, yes, so true, and increased mental clarity. I think one thing that isn't on here that I always hear from people is they say, it just got me back on track. It just got me back on track. I was trying to do this on my own and I couldn't. So here's what it usually looks like. So from now, you're going to make a decision on what you're going to do for your guidelines. And we can talk afterwards. Are you going to add the Juice Plus? Okay, you can decide that. Then I give you your guideline, your resources. There's cookbooks, there's a tracker, we have a whole guide, we have all of these resources for you. Then I like to send you a little more education to watch this thing I like to call Shred School, and it's called Daily Detox, and I'll send you that. I'll add you to the Facebook group, and then next Monday we start our shred. Every single day I check in with you. Every single day you check back in with me. We post on, I like to text people, but we also post on our Facebook group. After that, we try, I love this one. See my mouse? We live it. Now, some of these you're not going to want, here's what I found. In the beginning, people say, oh, I'll do this for 10 days and that's it. But what they find is that a lot of it sticks. And then you guys are going to start back May feeling stronger than ever. And then hopefully you can help other people get healthy too and do their own shred. So you have a couple choices right now. So right now, some of you might be really inspired to, you know, eat more fruits and vegetables, and that's awesome. And if that's the case, I am really excited for you. And I also want to introduce you to some of our other free resources that are this healthy living community. And I'll make sure that I post that, that link where you get free cookbooks. There's a free kids program. There's some Facebook support groups. There's even live and online educational events. Okay. So that might be just kind of like where you are. But some of you might say, hey, I would like to add Juice Plus. So maybe I'll start with the omegas in the vineyard, and that would help with my inflammation and my mental clarity. Maybe I'll start with the trio, and that's when I get that immune system improvement as well, or even the quad, which is all four, where you're looking at mental clarity, immune support, better skin, increased circulation. Maybe all of those. Maybe you even want to add the complete or just add the complete. You'll see the little tags there that say healthy starts. All of those get those free products for the kids. But I have a feeling that where you guys are really going to start is adding these guidelines. And that is, you're going to add more fruits and vegetables to your diet. You might add the juice plus shakes. You might add the juice plus capsules. You're going to drink your water. You're going to come on board with getting more sleep, exercising most days, getting that support to reduce and eliminate caffeine, having that long intermittent fasting. You know, you've been thinking about doing that anyway, decreasing the processed food, and even eliminating the gluten and dairy and the artificial and refined sugars. Hey, you guys have heard all this before, but now is the time. That's why you're here. So I invite you to join me. Oh my gosh. I mean, all I have to say is, well, why would I do this? Well, why not? And then why not you? And why not now? So please leave any comments and we will make sure that you get all of the information that you need. Okay.